Alright, so today I had another issue with the 98 Camry. Didn't have any air coming down through my floor vents. Figured it was the blend door actuator acting up. Sure enough, it was. So we're going to be working on the 98 Camry today. That fine, sexy girl right there. And let's see if we can get her fixed. Alright, so as we get going here, starting off, you're going to need to pull out your floor mat so you can throw it on the snowy ground, and you're gonna twist yourself into a pretzel and put yourself on your back. Get your phone to somehow focus. This floor vent, you just kind of grab it out of your way, pull it off. Now this is what you're after. Here is the actual blend door motor. This plastic, I don't know, outer piece here, slide a screwdriver up behind it and gently pry on this, and this will pop off. And then that'll allow you access to the 3 screws, which I'm going to take off next. Okay. Every time I make one of these YouTube videos showing a repair, I quickly realize why I don't do them very often. Because it's impossible to film and repair at the same time. Okay. And it's also like 20 degrees outside today. Okay, we've got 2 out of the 3 out. Where is the 3rd one there? So there's our 3rd guy. Where'd he go? There he is. He's hiding. Move that a little bit here. Alright, I might have to go get a stubby. Alright, I got myself a stubby screwdriver, which I should have got in the first place, but hey, better late than never. I don't know, I guess the guys that build these damn things are half my size, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so you can see it's starting to want to come out all on its own. Maybe this whole thing will fall on my face. We'll just end it all. This will be how it goes. This is how it ends. Okay, so we got it out. Another pro tip: disconnect the harness before you start this process. Alright, I've brought the culprit inside here and get a little bit better look, and also I'm not freezing now. So there's other videos that show these things being tore apart and fixed, and it looks pretty simple. Appears to be that it's mostly just the contacts inside here that need to be cleaned. We're gonna check all that. I did move the actuator arms in the car. Nothing was jammed up in there, so it's probably this guy. This car is, this car is quite old. It's got 275,000 miles on it. Many people have suggested I just drive it to the scrapyard and leave it there, but I have yet to win $1 million in the lottery, and it is what it is, folks. So I just didn't find any videos on how this thing came out, so it's not too bad. Once you pop off this plastic piece that hooks onto here and get your 3 screws out, it'll just slide right out. So it's really not too bad. The only problem is, crawling on that driver's side floorboard and being on your back and reaching up in there with hardly any room. So I'm going to undo these little tabs right here carefully, because I can tell right now they're going to break. But we're going to pop all these little tabs off. And I don't know, I'll try it with one hand, but I don't know. And we're going to turn off my lights. It's kind of messing with me. So you're just going to very carefully. Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright. We're going to try something else here. Turn that back on. just like the pros. So yeah, one there, and I'm just using some really cheapy electronic screwdrivers. I'm just gonna start in one area, and see that? You see that just broke? I told you they were gonna break. So yeah, this plastic is way old, but start in one area, use one to kind of hold it open, and then just kind of work your way around and try not to break, you know, more than one. We can leave that one off, and it doesn't require very much movement at all. I mean, you just barely. Alright, that appears to be the last one, and there it is. So I'm recording this video, and I can kind of go back and see the orientation here. That light is kind of killing me on that. So this has a, hard to tell, boy, that is just hard to tell. You can tell it has a flat spot right here. You probably want to make note of that before you pull this case apart, so you can kind of place it back in that same position, just to kind of make things easier. Not the end of the world if it's in the wrong spot, but yeah, just note that before you take this off. And boy, this whole manual focus thing is for the birds here. Doesn't like it. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Here it is. Okay. So we've got a little bit of crud built up on there. These contacts here, yeah, they've definitely put in a few days of work. Okay, so I'm just gonna run 9 volts on this guy. And this is virtually impossible to do with one hand. Okay, so we're just gonna see if this will make a movement here. Huh, we have a problem. That's a good 9-volt battery. There it goes. Alright, so you can see the motor is moving. There we go. I was just making bad contact. So I just use a 9-volt. I mean, you can use a multimeter or whatever to check for continuity and go haywire if you want, but 9 volts is moving the motor, so that tells me that the motor is good. There's nothing wrong with the motor, which is good. Alright, so I started moving this gear right here. It's super stiff. Like, I can barely move that. And I can bench like 600-700 pounds. So that's problematic. So what we're gonna do is pull that gear off. Wow, that is in dire need of lubrication. So this other gear is pretty good. So I'm gonna go get some lubrication and put it in there. So I think that was our issue right here. This gear is just needing needs greased. I would suggest lithium grease probably works. I don't know if there's a special plastic gear grease, maybe so, but I'm gonna go in the old junk drawer and see what we can find here. Alright, I found some stuff called rubber cement. I think that'll work pretty good. Well, no, probably not. Found this other stuff. It just says high temp lubricant on it. It was left over from a stacking washer dryer thing I fixed a while back. It's probably not the best, but you know what? I don't care, because I do care that my feet are freezing. My freaking air diverter will not work. So we're gonna go ahead and lube that on there just like you saw in sex ed class. Actually, put that on the shaft there a little bit. We're just gonna let that fall on that gear. So that didn't work too well. I'm trying to keep the action, the hot action here where you can see it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to lube the hole. That was chapter 2. I was sick that day, so put that lube right in that hole. Woo! Dang! It's actually not much better. Yeah, I'm not totally sold that. I don't know. It's not moving as easily as, I mean, it's better than it was, but we may have a problem here. Maybe just more lube. More lube. You can't go wrong with more lube. You know, happy wife, happy life, right? If you don't know the song, just hum. If you don't know how to hum, just know that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Okay. That seems awful stiff. It's better than it was. I'm gonna do something drastic. And I don't recommend this. I think we could probably get away with just looping it here, but I'm gonna see if I can't find a drill bit that is pretty much just over that size, and I'm gonna drill this out just a hair. It's just a little too stiff for me. I just don't like that. Alright, so that's probably not going to show up on the video. This is a 19 drill bit that I found out in the shed, and it is a 20. Let's see, yeah, 20 was just too small, wasn't making any cut. 19 is the next size, so that's the best I got for this old girl. You know, boring out this hole is going to be the only option here. This is getting to be a little advanced, and I wouldn't really recommend doing this. I don't even know if this is going to work. We may have a failure on film here. But it's just caught it, just barely. Alright. I went from the goody girl to the most popular girl real quick. I need more lube. Give me lube. There we go. So, now we'll see if this go on there. Oh yeah. Ha! There it is. That moves so much better now. That is like, that's brand new. That's brand new now. And yeah. Even if it's not really lubed as well as I'd like, that moves. I'm way happier with that. So, the other thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of clean these contacts up a little bit here, even though that really wasn't, not really my issue. I want to tweak them just a little. I mean, not much. You go too hard and it's just going to cause premature wear, so just to kind of undo the ravages of time there. Let's see here. You might want to be careful on placing this motor back in. Let's see. So the motor is orientated. It's got a housing. Looks kind of like that. We goofed a little bit. The motor is in upside down. No problem. Alright, so I did have the motor in upside down, and now we have the tab this way because the housing has that same angle there. So we'll reset our gear and probably just approximate it. I got the flat part towards the terminal here. Maybe we'll have better luck on this try. Alright, so that's, you know, that just goes to show you, don't force it. This is old plastic. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna break on you if you do. But everything feels like it's lining up, and then of course you hear that really good snap. It's all back together now. I did break this one tab, but it's not gonna be an issue really. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mount it back in the car. I'm not gonna show the mounting process. It's just the 3 screws. So 1, 2, 3, and then you snap the outer plastic piece on that actually moves the levers that move the air flaps, and we'll see if it works. Alright, back outside. Snowy today. I'm using the floor mat to kind of keep the crud down. There's my stubby screwdriver. This is the plastic piece that snaps on. And we've got 1, 2, 3 screws here. And we're gonna kick this light back on. Alright, so let's see if we can. Alright, so yeah, step 1, bend into a pretzel. And then step 2, contemplate life. Step 3, there. So, of course. So that's kind of where it goes. The what the hell? All right, so the harness connector goes down. I'm gonna get it with 1 screw in, and we'll be back. All right, I got 1 screw just to kind of hold it in there, and there you go. He totally just moved. There we go. Alright, well, it sounds like a dead pig trying to do something. But as you can see, okay, I'm gonna get the other screws on and snap that plastic piece on. We'll try it again. Alright, so wasn't too bad to slap that on. Just get your 2 pins lined up there. and see if this works. Hopefully. That's really loud. Okay. Wow, look at that. It actually works. Man, that's nice. Because these little suckers are about 50, 60 bucks for an aftermarket, and they can get up to $100, you know, for the OEM. And if you have a shop do it, you know, I mean, I just probably save myself at least $200 or $300. And you just watch me do the whole process. So I think this probably took maybe 20, 30 minutes. So not bad, really not too bad. If you've got a issue where your air is only coming out, you know, through the defrost, only through the vents, only on the floor, chances are this guy's stuck. And, you know, it's either a gear that needs to be lubed and bored out, it's a contact issue with the motor, or it's just kind of just, you know, just needs lubed up a little bit. So hopefully this helps somebody out there. Well, through the magic of video editing, this is another wrap. It was a successful operation, saved me, I don't know, at least 60 bucks on the minimum. For the average person, maybe even 200 or 300 bucks. I mean, if you're still rocking a 98 Camry like I am. Of course, I got, you know, got the Forenza as a backup. Got a few other cars over there in case I need them. So anyways, thanks for watching. Like I said, I hope this helps somebody else out there. If you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't like it, you know, hit dislike. Leave constructive criticism is always welcome. If you'd like to see me do it in a different way or whatever, you know, I'm always welcome to hear suggestions. So thanks for watching.